All right, live and direct. I got my board behind me today. Okay, so got the list. There's some glare. It is what it is. School Us album sales. By the way, Goodyear Productions right here. Uh, so School Us album sales. I got to follow up with the one fella. He likes hip hop. Here. Um, so we're waiting. I'm waiting. Anyway, I try to do things in a certain order, so I think he's ready to maybe check it out. He's not one of these guys that carries cash around. So also talk to some of my route. I'd like to ask the question, uh, if you'd like to find out how good of a rapper your mailman is, buy his album, buy my album, and find out how good of a rapper I am. So when and if that doesn't work, then I could tell about the YouTube video, which is the non-monetary, but hey, check it out. Thanks for whatever you do there. Number two, my Reformation video. By the way, thank you to my daughter for writing this. My Reformation video is on hold. Number three, you will be glorified. This thing shows up, it looks reversed, but it looks real, not reversed. I think I talked about it before, but when I'm looking at it, it's reversed, but of course for you all, it looks right. So I'm looking in the mirror. You will be glorified on hold. Number four, YouTube channel. Uh, it's plugging along. It comes, it ebbs and it flows, but I keep doing it. So, like I said, the process is we've got to get to number 8 to improve number 4. Number 5, rules of engagement. I was able to check in with Neil for the first time in a long time. Even Dale, who's helping me with number 8, got to let those guys in on, let them talk to one another, because they all could use their legal advice, and Neil's great. So Neil Sussman is my attorney. Thank you, Neil. And do accounting as well. So I will look for his help. Even for social media, I got a number of things that I just try to do as they come up. So I had a question on number 9, and I'll get back to that. Belgian Ballers is in effect, working away. Number 7, that'll handle the parents. So I'm not number 7. So number 7. So Dale, thankfully, we have Phil, who's funding that, and we have Dale, who's producing the music, not interested in singing the lyrics, so I do need to find someone to sing. I don't think I'd be a good option, but maybe I'm the best option. Maybe Phil would be okay with that. But I want to try and see who else is available to sing that. But so far, it hasn't taken a lot of time. Dale's able to do it on acoustic guitar and with bass guitar. And so that's solid. So we're able to make that happen. Number 8 comes to the thump. So we got video, we did video footage. There's some more footage to Dale. We'll be at the Speakeasy recording studio Tuesday, hopefully finishing it. And then from there, come back to check in with Neil on getting copyright and whatnot to put that out. And hopefully maybe, come up with ideas for marketing and stuff too. So just one step at a time. And number 9, complete songs I've made lyrics for on YouTube. I don't know when it happened. I maybe maybe it was last week or the week before where I talked to Lewis. So Lewis has Ableton, and he's gonna. I think I did mention it, but we're gonna see. I guess he hasn't said anything to me in the last few days, but I think he's still familiarizing himself with the software. But I think we'll be able to do some work there, and that's a real exciting thing and a blessing. So with this very limited cash flow, cash on hand, very limited cash on hand, and gotta be very resourceful here. So that's that. So I'll leave that up there. I'm gonna try being a little further away today and see how that works. Maybe we'll just have that behind me. I didn't realize that glare was going to be that irritating, but suck it up. All right, so this is an all-encompassing situation. I don't even like to speak life into it by calling it by the name people call it, and I really refrain from doing it. I have a lot of questions. I don't have a lot of answers. I know our economy's sucking wind. I do know that. I mean, there's things we know and things we don't know. Things we know, our economy's sucking wind all of a sudden. It wasn't a few months ago. I think some, and this again is going to be very interesting on a per state basis, but it's also per household. So even in relationships, we're going to see people's differences of opinions. And when it comes to their kids, I will say that I'm paying close attention to what's coming down the road in terms of, I'll say, vaccinations. That's the big one. And we've had vaccinations in the past. It's been very unclear to me the full picture on that. I see differences of opinions, and I welcome having a huge national dialogue, or people talking to each other. You're not going to get in a mainstream way, but it's going to happen. It's going to be people talking to each other. Again, it's harder to talk to one another right now because we can't visit one another. We have to talk. Maybe we can send letters through the mail. I'll deliver a mail letter for you on my route. So that's kind of what's going on. I don't want to get too far into it. I mean, like I said, it's if you listen to pay attention to politics right now, it's only about this thing, and everything else. And it's interesting. It still brings out. I mean, California, you got people that can go on the beach. Some people protesting, others, but like I said, I guess if someone's a person who likes to surf, so many things that people have liked to do their whole lives are suddenly removed, and there's no sign of them returning if they're really paying attention. So I don't know how much people are okay with that. I don't know how much people feel they can do, what they feel they can do about that. You're being told to stay in your house, so I guess you can't do anything. But people are organizing, and like I said, it might be you might go to a state where they have more liberty than other states. I mean, people as adults again have to decide what risk they're willing to take. Cost benefit. That's been my position the whole time. So back to the rhymes. I'm going to go early, and then I can get at least this first verse finished. I did hear something I never heard because I was going back to the relationship with China and the United States and how it all began. And I came at the time of Richard Nixon, and I listened to Phil's game, and he made the comment that Richard Nixon got us off the gold standard to help us get in money for Vietnam or war in Vietnam. I wouldn't doubt it, and he got talked into it or whatever. I mean, you go through the list of all these things that happen under Republican presidents, it's a bummer. I mean, I don't know, maybe more damage is done under Republican presidents than Democrat presidents because the deep state doesn't stop. And I don't know what, it doesn't mean we just stay home, if you like, for freedom, but it's just like it just goes down, down, down to what end, I'm not sure. But gotta educate ourselves. Um, a lot of opportunity for education if you're stuck at your house, that's for sure. For video games or educate or whatever you choose to do, social media, people are talking to each other that way. And so anyway, um, we'll just continue. Like I said, there's so many forces of darkness out here that it's just good to be clear-eyed about if you consider yourself a force for good, what you're dealing with. And forces of darkness take all kinds of shapes and forms, and it's just a matter of trying to increase your awareness. When I make a song like this, I feel I'm doing my a part, maybe not the best part, but it's something that I'm able to do and create some deal of excitement. So let's do this. I deal with the dubious, diabolical. I deal with the diabolical, dubious. Isn't it obvious? Diabolical, isn't it illogical? Dubious, I deal with the dubious. Diabolical, to deal with the diabolical. Dubious, are our leaders oblivious? Diabolical, or are they maniacal? Dubious, seems like the topic won't go away. In bed with the enemy, the stupidity on display. Doesn't necessarily have to be this way. Why all the goodwill going one way? Why ain't it that we can't just say, better do right by the US of A? Or say the US of A. Seems like the topic won't go away. Bed with the enemy, stupidity on display. Doesn't necessarily have to be this way, but it's a question mark. Why is all the goodwill going one way? That's another question. Why ain't it that we can't just say, better do right by the US of A? Okay, I mean, these are generalities. So, like I said, foreign policy, as I've heard, was we won World War II, and from then on, we're supposed to give it all back. What do they say? Blood, sweat, treasure, blood and treasure, or, people giving their lives. I mean, I didn't do the research, but right after World War II, you had the Korean War, and then you had the Vietnam War. I mean, you stopped winning wars, I guess, after World War II. Now, going back to that whole taking America off the gold standard to pay for, I guess, a list the limit on how much you could spend on a war. So it's big business war. Doesn't seem to be any doubt. And it costs lots of lives. There's so many things that are not very obvious, what's going on behind the scenes to the naked eye, so to speak. But through some research and learning, you can find out what's motivating these things. It's always invariably the almighty dollar. And nothing stands in the way of the almighty dollar. It doesn't matter if it's a person or anything. Somebody's life doesn't matter. So, it seems like this topic won't go away. In bed with the enemy, stupidity on display. It doesn't necessarily have to be this way. Why is all the goodwill going one way? Why ain't it that we just can't, that we better do right by the USA? Um, so asking the question, does it have to be this way? Well, according to our leaders, just stay with that topic. And I did address the whole slavery and all that. The self-loathing, this you don't deserve it. I think it really the undergirding, the way this stuff is presented is we don't deserve what we have, and we've given it away. Um, and so, someone who's opposed to America First doesn't believe we deserve what we have. It comes at the expense of someone else. So in the end, what's the point? If you're just going to give it all away, which if you've worked and you're just going to give it all away, why work? So that's on just an individual level. I just can't say better do right by the U.S. of A. Because do right by the U.S. of A. Suppose I should say it like that. Keep doing right because doing right by the U.S. of A is supposed to say we only look out for self and not for others. Self-isolating is funny because if you think about isolation, they use the term isolation. There's another one that's been turned upside down. And I thought about it. Isolation isn't right. So we're not going to do business with the world. We're just going to isolate. Well, now, it's kind of like our country's quarantining itself. Well, that's where we are now. We're isolating. They're telling us to isolate. Before, we were isolationists. If we would welcome the world, if we wouldn't get in foreign wars, we're isolationists. Now, we're supposed to be isolationists. I just think it's ironic. You only look out for self, not others. Isolationist. No. It's a reach, but I have to get it. Brothers, it rhymes. Sorry. I'm trying something out. I know the word brothers, but I've never looked it up. Let's check it out. Let me check it out. Brothers. Isolation is having their brothers. What I think I wouldn't mind saying. Interesting. Well, brother, a choice or preference. I don't know. It's that simple. I would rather. It's a. Yeah, that was pretty straightforward. I didn't look at how to spell it, but think I have it email. I want to make sure. I just never written that word down. I've really never used it, so I just want to have it on for sure. All right. I should really should use having their drugs. Having their drugs. Having their drugs. We're supposed to. We're supposed to. It's such a bad job spelling that. Supposed. 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 I did look it up. It comes. Opposed is in the word suppose. We're supposed to join the global community. I hope not. This might be wordy. We're supposed to join the global community so we can all live in one world harmony. Let's go in one world harmony. And get starting down a spiritual track. It's hard to be that well studied, but you people, in a general sense, understand. I think the concept of one world government and all that kind of business. And it's not really human beings don't have never shown the capacity like that. Life goal with that world peace. It never happened in the history of the world. That was his life goal. There's nothing in scripture that suggests, and he talks about swords to plowshares, and he's talked about it. I probably mentioned it. And that was his thing. And his strategy was to become president of the United States and to be like a world police and to put an end to all wars from, we'd be the ones to stop all conflict. That was kind of how he was going about it. And then he blended in with, prophecy, Isaiah and stuff. Swords to plowshares, people like that one. It's going to happen at some point. It just doesn't seem like it's happening today. It might not happen tomorrow. I think there's a plan of action and certain things need to happen to get there. We're supposed to join the global community so we can all live in one world harmony. Drop all nukes to expand our army. Show others the way. Show others the way. Show others the way. Show others. Drop all nukes. Sounds like we're dropping them all. Wow. Didn't mean for it to sound like that. Sorry. What do they even? How do they even say eliminate all nukes? I guess. God. Drop off. Sorry. Eliminate all news, disband our army, show others the way, show others that we will lead the way. Will lead with glee. Ooh, have you ever heard of such tomfoolery? I'm gonna look that one up because I never. I never written this one down. Uh, there it is. I've never even heard of the noun tomfool, a stupid or foolish person, blockhead, extremely foolish or stupid. Anyone ever been called a tomfool? You tomfool. How does that differ from just being a fool? I mean, tomfoolery is foolish behavior, something trivial, or foolish nonsense. So it's just spelled exactly as it would pronounce. Such tomfoolery. All right, we got our first verse done. Let's go through it. Let's go. Hope I can get it out right. I deal with the dubious, diabolical. I deal with the diabolical, dubious. Isn't it obvious? Diabolical. Isn't it illogical? Dubious. A deal that's dubious. Diabolical. To deal with the diabolical, dubious. Are our leaders oblivious? Diabolical, or are they maniacal? Dubious. Seems like the topic won't go away. Bear with the enemy's stupidity on display. Doesn't necessarily have to be this way. Why is all the goodwill going one way? Why ain't it that we just can't say? Better do right by the US of A. Doing right by the US of A is supposed to say we only look out for self and not others. Isolation is having their druthers. We're supposed to join the global community. We all live in one world harmony. Eliminate our nukes, disband our army, show others the way, show the others that we will lead the way, will lead with glee. Have you ever heard such tomfoolery? A deal with the dubious, diabolical, a deal with the diabolical, dubious, isn't it obvious? Diabolical, isn't it illogical? Dubious, to deal with that's dubious, diabolical, to deal with the diabolical, dubious, are our leaders oblivious? Diabolical, are they maniacal? Dubious. Clean up this a little bit as a first run through. Eliminate our needs to disband our army, show others the way, show others that we will lead the way, will lead with glee. Have you ever heard such tomfoolery? That's pretty nice. That's the end of the first verse. I'll keep it moving. We'll do another verse, start the next verse. We got a pattern. I'm gonna have to think on what's next, and I might keep pounding this point home. but we're getting we're getting we're getting schooled by people who know we're schoolable.